In the last years, I spent hundreds of hours designing and building this DIY CNC. But can you imagine that this 3D printed DIY Dremel CNC project and this machine are actually the same machine? In this video, I'll show you all my features of my self-designed upgrade of the Dremel CNC project. Basically, I will start the upgrade with these aluminium brackets. So the first idea was to build the frame much more stiffer, so that of course more forces from the spindle and the movements can be absorbed from the machine or the frame. This was the first idea, and basically I started with just a 3D printed mill. Then I designed these brackets and milled them out of wood. Then I mounted these wood brackets. I can show you a footage from that. And then I mounted these aluminium profiles with the MGN12 linear rails on these brackets. So this was basically the first step to get more rigidity. One thing that I also want to mention, after I got more rigidity from these brackets, I designed this construction with this spacer, I would call it, also 3D printed, and then I mounted these linear rails. I also have a short video on my channel where I showed how I aligned these two rails, because there are two of this 500mm MGN12 linear rails, and I mounted them on the aluminium frame here. This is also one aspect of my design to get more stability and rigidity. And then on the back side, I also milled down 5 of these aluminium brackets, so to get also a lot less bending of these two aluminium profiles. So this was also a step to get more rigidity. This worked in my opinion pretty great. I printed 4 of these self-designed TPU, I would call it anti-vibration pads, because they damp a lot of vibration from the movement of the CNC. The legs are also of course self-designed and milled out of aluminium. I have these TPU vibration dampers on all legs of my CNC, and what I also want to show you is that I made the build much bigger than my previous one, or basically the initial design I made, because I think I had the working area from 400 millimeters, and now I think I have the same width, but in the length I have 1 meter now, just to mill bigger things, and I just wanted to make it bigger. So this is also one of the feature of this CNC upgrade, from this little small plastic CNC to a bigger, more rigid CNC. We can also try to look underneath the CNC. As you can see, I made on each angle of all aluminium profiles, I made these aluminium brackets, just because I thought I also get more stiffness and more stability from it. Basically, the Z-axis is completely new designed, because we have these 2 linear rails on the back of the X-axis carrier. And then I also made 2 linear rails for the C down movement. I also placed a new stepper motor with integrated gearbox onto it, because I needed more force to move the whole Z-axis. Because on the one side it weighs more, and of course it needs more power when you mill metal. So I completely redesigned it and also used a bigger spindle, as you can see. I think it's a 1.5 kilowatt milling spindle, And yeah, I also placed some end stops for the Z axis, X axis, and also I have one on the back side for the Y axis. As you can see, I also have these cable chains, which basically protects all cables and also the cooling system hoses. I will show you the cooling system from the other side. Here you can see the cooling system, which basically is powered by air pressure, and you also have the option to add some lubricants to it. Basically, it's not only compressed air, but it also has the option to mix some oil-water mixture in it, especially when you mill metal. You can cool the milling bit and also the metal itself. I placed it here, and also if you just mill wood, I just turn on the compressed air and it can blow the milled chips away. What is also funny in this design is, because I use these threaded spindles, I designed just a protection cap, I would say, or I would call it a protection cap, which basically prevents that milled chips can come into the brass nut to basically wear it out or damage it. So on each side of this threaded spindle, or everywhere I have these brass nuts, I mounted this TPU 3D printed protection cover. This emergency stop button is also pretty important, because when you mill something and you notice the program is fucked up or there's an error in the program, and you just hit the button and the CNC completely stops. I can show it to you. So that's it. This is my also self-designed CNC or Arduino CNC shield enclosure. I can open the box now. So here's the front cover, and there's a Noctua fan to basically cool the electronic parts. And here is the top of the enclosure. I don't know, I think I was influenced by some sort of gaming PC enclosures. I also designed this completely by my own, and the 3D daters are of course free available if you check out the links in the description. But I think it's cool looking besides the CNC, and it also protects it a little bit, the electronic parts, and cools them down of course. This is also an option of the CNC, and as I said, for those who want to download the design, I can link it in the description down below. One thing that I also want to show is the Z-axis touch leveler, I would call it. So one end comes to the milling bit itself, and one even on the plate where I would like to mill, or basically then the product you want to mill itself. And then you press a button in the program and it basically shortens the circuit, and the machine knows exactly on which C height the CNC currently is. So the 0 point is exactly now on the plate itself, because it knows the height of this part, and then it calculates exactly the 0 position here. So this is my upgrade version of the DIY Dremel CNC. So if you do not want to start from scratch and you already built the Dremel CNC and want to upgrade your machine because you want to mill some harder materials like metal or of course aluminium, this is a possible way you can go. You can leave me down a comment below. You can give me feedback. I would appreciate that. And as I told you in the video, all 3D daters are free. There's also a building manual you can download. I think it's 26 pages long, and I will show you now a test run.